Oh, I can move the screens back and forth with the 6 dots. Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Because when I talk to you, I'm going to want to see your face. Oh, there's your eyes. Look at those pretty eyes. You fucking Swedish devil.
You ready to go?
Yeah. Yeah, psh, bear shit in the woods.
All right, welcome all the interdimensional hamsters. This is episode 4 of the Geeqoid Podcast. I am your host, Erik Wesslen. Joined with me is my co-host, Jarrad Shaw.
That was amazing. I love it so much. Can I get that on a t-shirt? If we start making merch, I want that on a t-shirt so bad.
Interdimensional hamsters. Maybe that should be our logo.
Man, you better write that down so fast. Well, I guess not. It's recorded, right?
Yeah, it's recorded. All right, so we're through one full week of 2025. It has not been a slow news cycle.
No. Between fires and CES and Switch and Apple, no, it's been...
And Jensen Huang's new leather jacket.
I don't know. You got me on that one. All right. Yeah, it's enough that I've got a phone with some stuff, an iPad with other stuff, and then my monitor with other stuff.
Well, where do we want to start?
I think we can knock this one out real quick. Everybody is talking about Switch 2 news, even to the point that IGN just put it up on their amazing podcast. And if nobody listens to this podcast, please go subscribe. This podcast is great. I love them so much. And it's called Scoop. IGN Scoop, Game Scoop. And even they were talking about it because so many leaks for the Switch 2 has been released.
It is the worst kept secret in the games industry.
Yeah. There's even debates, which will lead into CES, on Genki, who was one of the thousands of people who were at CES to show off their new products for what they're developing, whether it be robot vacuums or power stations or flying things that come out of your truck that you can get into. Genki was selling their new video game hardware accessories, and man, did they just open the floodgate on... Oh, so a lot of our shit that we've all been hearing is pretty damn accurate. And now it sounds like Genki, side note from everything that they've shown, but Genki is, their booth is no longer filled. However, CES is done at this point, but there were no people after afternoon of day 3. They were there for day 1 and day 2, and then about halfway through day 3, all the staff left the booth.
I really have to question, like, does Genki have any legal counsel in-house at all? Because, like, I can't imagine the severity of the NDAs that they just decided to break with them basically showing off the Switch 2 and everything but the actual innards.
Well, it was great because we got a pretty good, and again, this is still until they announce it. These are still rumors, but we're going from like a 6.2 inch LED, or was it LED originally? It's now OLED, but we're going to an 8.4 inch LED screen.
Almost as big as your tiny iPad.
Actually, yeah. The old Switch is current to the 16 Pro. New Switch will be current to like an iPad Mini. Hall effect joysticks. This wasn't from Genki, but this was... Everybody is just screwing the pooch. GameStop, somebody threw up a picture because they showed that a brand new SD card, SD Express, will be used for the Switch 2, the XPS Express. I was hoping you would give that face because I have info on it.
To go Google that.
SD, I keep saying XD. It will be, SD Express cards can be up to 4 times faster than traditional UHS Type 1 memory cards. I use UHS Type 1 in my action camera.
It's the same form factor. They're just rated faster.
Yeah, it'll be a micro. It'll be a micro SD. But they can also achieve SSD-like performance levels of up to 4 gigs per second. So this is, again, correlating with other rumors that this will be a 4K device. This will be a more, well, I think Switch was 30 FPS. This will be 60. And then with the other rumors from NVIDIA, which hopefully you have info on, and the DLSS, this is for sure an upscaled 4K at 60 for sure. And so we're...
Whoa. Slow your roll.
Oh, okay, sorry.
4K at 60 FPS?
Yeah. Or, sorry, yeah, 4K resolution, 60 FPS. I don't know. Listen, I'm just throwing things out there. Like,
there's no reason to have 4K on a monitor that's small.
Oh, okay. Well.
And also my RTX 4090 does not, I mean, it can do 4K at 60 FPS, but we'll get into the whole NVIDIA GPU discussion.
Okay.
But you know what that the SD card thing means? Effectively, you're done with load times.
So there are rumors, that now we're going to see, like, potentially, maybe, all the Final Fantasy remakes and rebirths, they will get ported to Switch. Not Dead Reckoning. Red Dead 2?
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, that will get ported to Switch 2 because now it can handle and do all the things.
It's going to open the floodgates. Like, there's going to be a rush.
There were quite a few bigger title games that were bigger scope that there were like 3 EA games. Yeah, there were just multiple games that all of a sudden leakers have just been like, just dumping out. It's like, well, if everybody else is giving out these leaks, I'll give out these leaks. It's fucking nuts.
Well, if there's one way to drum up excitement for a release or a new console launch, leaks are the way to go, apparently.
Yeah, UI is starting to get leaked out too. So firmware type of look is starting to get leaked out. Software has not, and I don't expect it to. That'll be, because that is Nintendo. That's their baby. But hardware, because it's coming from third parties, is absolutely getting leaked out.
All right, well, I'm getting one, that's for sure.
I am too. I love the Switch. I waited 8 years to get it. I'm so sad as I have a gigantic Pikachu behind me. What an idiot. This is looking really great. And they're already announcing titles, and pretty much everybody in like Switch in gaming, IGN and everybody else like, oh yeah, this is totally Switch 2 properties. Like the new Metroid Prime Fusion 4 Beyond, whatever the hell the title is, announced for 2025. Looks like it's a big enough title. I mean, it's close to Halo at this point, but if you look at it, it's a really good trailer.
Well, Halo has fallen from grace.
Infinity wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that great.
Anyway, Other news. Did you see an Atari Game Station Go? So everybody is on the handheld kick. After Switch, they're like, dude, Switch is but 8 years behind. I don't know if this is going to capture it or not, but that is another company. My Arcade. Oh, it's My Arcade.
So it's not Atari?
No, it's through My Arcade. And My Arcade is making an Atari handheld system. But what's crazy is all of these buttons, these are like weird classic buttons replicating from the retro uber early 80s, before the Nintendo. Like there's even a touchpad, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that must be licensed.
Oh yeah. But
well, it doesn't excite me.
I was pretty excited. It looks it's so nerdy retro.
It looks like it's like a Switch knockoff.
Look at they're all Switch knockoffs. That was a big one. CES, like Asus had another new one, and Legion, and they were all handheld bandwagon.
Which I feel like I almost got one of the Asus ones right when it came out. I had money burned in my pocket, but I never pulled the trigger. I feel like for me, it might be a way I can actually get more PC gaming in.
I think so. Yeah.
And like the PlayStation thing, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, I still have games in shrink wrap for my PS5. Like, when am I going to get to play those? Maybe.
By the way, this is bacon oil for me trying to make stew. Everybody's looking. They're like, Jesus Christ, his arm. I have that for board games. We've got like 500 board games, probably 4. We've got like 400 board games. And I bet you 50 are in wrap and 100 haven't been played.
All right, well, quit bragging. Cheers.
Maple bourbon liqueur cream from Brown County, Indiana.
Okay. Well, you're just drinking cream?
Well, no. So I drove 2.5 hours to get Lego flowers for my wife through a snowstorm. I thought I would commemorate with the Pikes Peak. That's what that is, by the way. A Pikes Peak whiskey.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying, because I was really worried for you for a second if you were just drinking straight bourbon cream.
The before would be.
I've got a cucumber jalapeno margarita.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we're doing carnitas tonight.
You got to do real light on the cucumber.
Well, I kind of took the lazy path, and I just used cucumber vodka.
Oh.
So half cucumber vodka, half tequila, muddle some jalapenos.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
That's great. You should throw a jalapeno in the tequila and just let it sit for a week. Even a week. That's all it needs.
I do that sometimes.
It's nuts. It makes my eye twitch. Next. I should probably save this for last, but I'm not going to because I'm really excited. The MCon, I don't know. The Switchblade by Snap, which sounds like a horrible company name, and it is. But you know what? I love this thing, and I kickstarted it, and it was at CES, and I saved all the videos, and I shared half of them with you. And this is a device that
I'll be honest, I haven't watched any of them.
You're an asshole. And I have been dying to have, as somebody who plays games on his phone all the time, and I've been trying to find small portable controllers to go with the small portable screen. And 8BitDo has the two closest ones. But my issue is then figuring out where to put the phone because the screen is dingle dangling freely anywhere. So I got to figure it out. A lot of times I don't want to put it on a table. I still want to lean back. I want to be like Fat Joe or Eminem and like lean back and do this kind of stuff. And now, through the power of MagSafe, idiots, you have this gorgeous, look at this. Look at that's it. It's just like in the palm of your hand. It's the same size as your iPhone or your Android. And then I'm so excited.
It reminds me of
right now.
Sidekick.
This was that's somebody else exactly said that. And one of the videos I sent you, it reminds me of Sidekick. Yeah. Old fucker. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's a Sidekick for gaming nerds. I'm really excited. It might be poop, but I kickstarted it. You've got 31 days to go. If you Google Switchblade or MCon, yeah, MCON, transforming magnetically attached mobile gaming controller that fits in your pocket.
It also has a battery, which is kind of interesting. Like that's an added bonus.
It's rechargeable. USB-C.
So what games do you see yourself using this with? Because I'm not an iPhone gamer.
Funny. I wish I could show you because they're all on my phone that I'm using right now. But Skull, SKUL, just came out. I like side scrollers. I like retro. If you haven't listened to any of the other episodes, it's what I talk about the most. So Skull, Dead Cells for sure. I love Dead Cells. Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, one of the greatest Castlevanias ever made. Also one of the hardest ones I can never beat. So I only played about 5 minutes. I get really frustrated. Another one called, and I need to edit my home screen because I can't see any of the names because we can do that now. Customize and make them smaller so I can see their names. Marshalls, if you like. What was the game that we used to play in college where it was a top-down and it was just a shooter? You just use both controllers and just shoot all around, and it was co-op and it was beautiful because it was just pure chaos for both of us.
There's a lot of pew-pew.
Contra. Huh?
A lot of pew-pew.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Not many people make that kind of game.
It wasn't a very mainstream game, but we had a blast. We played the entire thing in one night, I think.
And that's one of my favorite styles of games. But that's, again, that Nintendo. It's very Nintendo. So Marshalls feels like that, but with a little bit of a Metal Gear Solid. You have to, if you can, walk around objects that are moving, sentries, robots, guards, not detect attention, but then when you have to, pew-pew, spray and pray. And then there's some board games. Moon Raider. There's no real good Mega Man because Nintendo. So Moon Raider is a great Mega Man-esque game. And then there's others that are on my phone. Yeah, I could give you a top 10 over the last 3 years.
All right. Well, now that I have phone battery because I upgraded, maybe I'll get back into it.
It's fun. And with this new controller, it will be a lot more fun.
We'll see.
It's right there. Screen's here. Controller's there. Pachoo. I just put it away and whatever.
Cuckoo. All right. Next up. Are we to NVIDIA yet?
Yeah, your turn.
All right. NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, took the stage Monday night, I think it was.
Yes.
and unveiled a slew of new juicy stuff. So what most people are probably interested in is the new RTX 5 series, 5060, 5070, 5070 Ti, and a 5090, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Which the 5070 retailing for $600, I think, is supposed to be comparable to my $1,600 RTX 4090. So I'm a little upset about that. But one of the most interesting things was the DLS S4. I'm going to mute you because I'm getting an echo and it's driving me crazy. So the DLSS 4, now they are claiming that they can render 3 frames using AI for every one that is rendered computationally, which is boosting frame rates to an absolutely insane level. And it
200 something was one video I watched. I went frames.
Yeah, I mean it's getting to the point where it's rendering, like outputting more frames than monitors can handle, which typically isn't the problem. I've heard some pushback that I want my frames rendered by actual math, not fake math or something like that. And I'm like, whatever. You can't tell the difference. That's why they're doing this.
Nobody that likes Nintendo is saying that because they're like, yes, give me something, Nintendo.
Which I'm super curious because Nintendo has been using NVIDIA for the Switch. And obviously they're a big customer because Switch has sold millions of units. So I have to imagine they're going to go with it for the Switch 2 because it'll make backwards compatibility easier. But also it'll make things that much more impressive. Like when you stick it in the slot and you put it on your big TV, you're going to get some really good graphics. And it might be comparable to the current generation of Xbox and PlayStation.
Compared to then handheld. And I think that's where that is going to benefit Nintendo. That switch from dock to handheld back to dock and that DLSS really being a nice, I don't know what the word is, but a nice benefit to transition.
So I think the other benefit that people are not talking about is power consumption. So Blackwell, which is this next generation of chips, the data center chips are supposed to be 4 times as efficient when it comes to output per watt, which is absolutely incredible. Like holy crap. And then you think about the gains that you get on the gaming side of things. Like you're going to have increased in performance and then also potentially increased battery life, which is a win-win for gamers all around. So the Switch, I think, is just going to, Nintendo is hitting it out of the park. This is all assuming that they're going to be using the Blackwell chipset, which you don't think they are?
I don't think so. I think they're using an older...
Previous gen.
Well, they're using an older processor.
So that's where we got to be careful because there's the core CPU, and then we're talking about the GPU.
Right now, only hardware has been leaked.
You mean not the chips are hardware. You're talking about the buttons and the clicky click and the screen. I think it's too early to tell. Either way, I think Nintendo's going to come out a winner. But I do want to talk about some of the implications that Jensen kind of laid out while he was on stage. So first of all, the 4x improvement in performance per watt is absolutely huge. Like, we've seen AI, generative AI in particular, like the large language models, really take off. All the use cases being deployed across a number of industries. It's only going to get better and faster, and it's a little crazy how quickly things are moving. Like, a 4x increase means we're going to see models twice as good, an order of magnitude better this year. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, tweeted earlier this week that they have a roadmap to AGI, artificial general intelligence. Like, this is something that they've been striving for since they were founded many, many years ago. And I think that these new chips are going to be an incredible unlock, and things are only going to move faster. If that's, I mean, like, I don't think we can comprehend how fast things are going to move. It's the scary part. And as someone who spends day in, day out thinking about AI and how to leverage it in the enterprise space, it's, the adoption is going to be on the application level, but things are going to be moving so fast, applications might be replaced.
By AI itself.
Well, just, it might be easier and faster to have AI create an entirely new application stack to replace your existing one, instead of trying to integrate AI. You're shaking your head.
No, I'm shaking my head because I just keep thinking Terminator and Matrix. Like, every time, I'm just like, well, I'll just let the computer figure it out for me. What should I eat, computer? Burger King. I hate Burger King. Well, you'll love it this time. All right, well, you've got the algorithm on my life, so whatever. Hate it.
So yeah. So also the other big part of his keynote was previewing all of these robots and the way that they are taking AI into the physical world, and really showcasing the next revolution, which is going to be like robotics. Like, the entire robotics industry is going to be transformed in the same way that software has been transformed by AI. Like, it's, the future 5 years from now is going to be unrecognizable, I think.
Yeah, there were things at CES, like, gosh, I can't remember, because I was watching Brian and Ijustine, because they were the hosts for CES, and they were showing off some of the most amazing new robot technology, from like small vacuums and stuff, but like light years away from what they were in 2020 to, I mentioned earlier, but like, there was this like it's a giant helicopter, but like, it's a drone. It's a drone you can pull out, and you flip the fins out, and then you sit in it and you fly off. I was like, we've seen this time and time again, but this is getting fast, and it's getting listen, this is
It feels different.
Self-aware artificial intelligence system that controls the US, and then later the nuclear system. That's it. This is Skynet. This is by a whole, it's not by Cyberdyne, but it's Skynet. It's coming. Look out. As I'm excited.
Donald Trump.
Musk. Yeah.
There's a lot to look forward to.
Trying to fill in some space there. I'm not sure this is right because I'm reading it fast. So everybody, take it with a grain of salt. Switch 2 apparently has 15, which is also not a great, somebody should have edited your article. Switch 2 apparently has a 1536 NVIDIA CUDA, CUDA cores. Oh no, I'm sorry. He did do that right. Apparently has 1536 NVIDIA CUDA cores, while NVIDIA's RTX crams 2000. Switch to CPU, GPU, media, and file decompression logic onto a chip. We've seen leaked. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just reading. I'm on the spot doing some more investigation on the NVIDIA chip.
All right, well, let's not do on-the-spot investigation. That's not our strong suit.
Listen, this is all leaks and rumors anyway. Everybody, you know. And if you don't, go Google yourself.
What else we got on the docket?
I took a picture of the back of the box of the MCON controller. Look at that. Look.
We're past the MCON.
I'm still excited about it. Should go kickstart it. Everybody, go get it. A project or two. Oh, dude. Yes. I forgot about this one. Stern Pinball. Have you ever heard of Stern Pinball?
It sounds oddly familiar, but I can't place it.
I don't know Stern Pinball, so there you go. But they make very advanced pinball machines. So advanced that I did not understand, and I have a fascination for D&D. If you look right down there, there are 3 gelatinous cubes. Even that cute little chibi, there it is. I don't like playing D&D, but I do like the creatures that they've made over the 50 years. They just made a D&D pinball machine that is, again, talking about technology and processors and like AI. It is this weird, cool learning pinball machine with the most complicatedly designed character in any pinball machine, and I can't remember the red dragon's name. Everybody's gonna hate me. Put it in the comments. But there's a red dragon head that does all kinds of stuff to the point that it will also start spitting pinballs back at you. And so at any point in time, instead of having your normal 3, you could have 9 pinballs just flying around. One of the weird, cool things I've never heard, and I'm still even trying to grasp it in my brain, is you can save your progress of the game you're playing. And this is not a video game pinball. That makes sense to me. This is a real mechanical and digital pinball game. And you can save your progress. It has a QR code that generates, and then you can take your phone, tap it onto the glass, it reads it, and you continue. I don't even understand how this works, but the next campaign in your pinball game. I want this so bad, but I think it's like $13,000. But I want this so bad, dude. It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
This doesn't make any sense.
It does. It's a nerd's fucking dream.
Who asked for this?
What?
I said, who asked for
What'd
this?
you say? I did, I guess, and I didn't know it. You don't know until it's thrust in your face. You know, who asked for an EV until Tesla made a car that could, go less than 3 seconds, 0 to 60, and you're like, I have been waiting for that. So, Stern Pinball. Yeah. Go look them up. That's some amazing shit. I've never wanted a pinball in my life. I do now. I have to put a mortgage on it or something, but whatever.
Sounds like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for news.
I was really, actually, Jimmy, you kissed my ass. I was really excited about that. That was at CES. There were multiple people who went to that booth to look it up. Brian and iJustine and other people, IGN. I went to video game places because that's what I'm into. I didn't go after Roombas and stuff.
Well, I mean...
Or robotics. Yeah. I didn't go after robotics.
Yeah.
There was so much. There was did you see the LG monitor that if you hit a button, it curves, and if you hit a button, it straightens out? I think it's dumb as shit, but it was cool to watch. It was like, are there times you don't want a curved monitor, and are there times you do? Well, we made one for you. The new LG Ultrafine.
I am curious what the use cases are for curved
curved versus non-curved monitors.
I think a curved would be nice.
I think it would too.
Nice, but I don't think
switching
between
the two.
Like Corsair has a monitor that
you
move it back and forth
and
like if I'm trying to do
pixel perfect
design or photo editing or video editing, like I could see the curvature maybe messing with
you.
It's really weird. I think it's goofy enough to talk about, at least mention, and everybody could, again, there was so much CES. I mean, there were hundreds of podcasters, YouTubers, journalists of all sorts that were trying to talk about CES. Podcasters. And this was like a dull year. And I was like, this is not a dull year. Everybody's like, well, it's been better.
I really like the NVIDIA keynote. I think that was the biggest takeaway, and really what they're shipping and all the AI changes that are coming stuff's gonna change, and people aren't gonna see it coming.
You really think it's that big of a deal? That box, it looked like
what the little personal supercomputer box? No.
Supercomputer box? No.
I don't think that's the cool thing, if you will. I think their data center innovations, where they're improving on performance, and like we can't produce enough electricity in this country to power all the AI stuff that we want to do at the current moment. So we need to ramp up our nuclear production and all sorts of other things.
That does remind me. So other than, it's funny, in this new job, they're like, what are you into? And I'm like, well, I do photo and video editing. Oh, that's neat. Oh, I do podcasting. Oh, that's neat. Oh, I have a couple of YouTube channels. Oh, that's neat. I camp. I hike. Okay. I cook. Oh, okay. I do board games. Oh, all right. Well, okay. Oh, what do you not do?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't do sports ball. How's that? Yeah. But I was trying to get somewhere. That's it. So Blue Yeti is a company that's been blowing up in the overlanding scene because...
Not to be confused with
electronics.
Not to be confused with Yeti.
No. Yeah. Yep. Good job. Blue, BLUE. TTI.
That's how you spell it?
Yeti.
That's how you spell it?
That's how they spell it. That's not how I spell it. That's how they spell it. Let's get that clear right now. Blue Yeti. So they make a lot of stuff, but they've been making power stations and different kinds of electronic giant battery packs that you can throw in the back of a truck or car or whatever to then power for some of the stuff I do. Drones, your cameras, they all need batteries, and those all need to get charged to your phones, to your laptops, to whatever, if you're editing on the go. Your lights now are all, they have batteries built inside, so you need to charge them as well. And this year, they showed off stuff that's already been out. There's a battery pack that you can throw in a backpack. It's pretty cool. I kind of want to buy it. That's a side note. They announced, where is it? There it is. The Energy Pro 6K. This is a big ass battery pack for your house. And you can stack them and link them, I guess, in your basement, because I don't know where else you're going to put these gigantic white.
Garage,
they look like, and they do.
Probably.
They look like this times, I don't know, this is 2 inches. These
Times 10.
are 2
Times
feet.
10.
Yeah, so times 10. So 2 inches, these are 2 feet. And if this is 5 inches, it's 4 or 5 feet. They're huge. But
it's like
this
a
is
Tesla
the new
Powerwall.
Generac.
It's like a Tesla Powerwall.
Yeah, okay, sure. I don't know what that is, but yes, that's
It's a
what it is.
Big battery
But
for
it
your house.
Big battery.
Yeah,
Very
for
nice.
your EV, for your house, whatever. It's the new Generac. My parents have a huge, expensive Generac outside the house, so the apocalypse.
Most people in my
comes, they'll be
neighborhood
fine.
do as well.
Most people in my neighborhood do as well.
Yeah, this is the new version of that, and it's crazy. I don't know a lot about it because they also did not. There were 3 videos, and they did not talk a lot about it. They just kind of showed it off with this very nice, lovely Swedish man with his Norwegian accent. He was very lovely, but he did not
All right, well,
give a whole
yeah.
lot
All
of
right.
details.
Well,
We're
Still
talking about a
cool.
big battery.
we're talking about big battery.
It's a big battery. It's a big fuck battery. I loved it. I want one.
All right, what is the coolest
What is-
thing you
what is
saw
the-
at CES?
The coolest thing you saw at CES.
The helicopter thing. You're looking at it too. Oh, of course it's a video. Damn it, I didn't want to do the video. Oh, there it is. Oh. I think.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Allie.
Shut up. Thank you. It's really good. Oh, is that it? That's it. Oh, of course, that's the first thing. What is this thing called? Oh, please tell me. That was the very first thing they show. Whoa. I just gotta. This is the worst podcast ever. Stop. Freedom fly. Oh, great. I love it so much.
We are not going to go
You're not
public
gonna
promoting after this one.
go public promoting after this one.
This is the first one. It's one of the first
I had such high hopes too.
ones.
I had such high hopes too.
Did you really?
Best power
Stop.
product, a
Best
battery.
power product. A battery.
Jarrad.
Best cleaning product, a Roomba that picks up your
Cleaning
socks.
product. A Roomba that picks up your socks.
Dyson has a new
Maybe
fan.
that's why they said this wasn't the
Dyson
best.
has a new fan.
Maybe that's why they said this wasn't the best CS. I
There's
thought
a
it was,
bird
but this is
feeder
the
with a
first
camera
CS
embedded.
also I like.
With a camera embedded.
Like, yeah, there were like
Spawning a new
updates. There was,
generation
some
of
new
bird
tests.
watchers.
Spawning a new generation of bird watchers.
Oh yeah, didn't see. They were like, look at all the trail cams you can get. Like, what is this? And then the next video was a hiker guy that I followed, Dan Becker, and he goes, dude, did you see all the trail bird feeders? And I was like, oh, so there is an audience for everything. And he was like, I'm so excited, I'm buying them all.
Oh man.
He's like, I'm 55. I like birds. I like looking at birds. And even his partner, who's like our age, was like, what the fuck?
All right, I think we gotta call it
All
because
right.
we're just
I think we gotta call it because we're just
dragging right now.
dragging right now.
Well,
And next week you're gonna need some headphones.
And next
'cause I'm
week
going
you're
insane.
gonna need some headphones because I'm going insane.
it's because I'm using a different microphone.
You should use
I'm not
headphones
using-
regardless.
You should use headphones regardless.
What are you saying? I'm loud?
No, it's the echo. I hear myself when I
No,
talk.
it's the echo. I hear myself when I talk.
I can turn you down. Here you go.
Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to the Geeqoid Podcast. Like, subscribe, go on all of our socials. We're on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and you can find us on Substack at geekoid.substack.com. No, you really can. Jared's laughing, but that's really where we are.
No, I just like the way you're saying, like, I give up. Well,
Next week will be better. I'll be recording from Ohio.
ooh, we could do an iPhone on iPhone. That's fun. I'll do it in my
I guess I'll have to figure out what my mobile
I guess I'll
studio's
have to
like.
figure out what my mobile studio's like.
Do it on
Selling
the
guns
iPad.
in the day and then
Selling
recording
guns in the
podcasts at
day
night.
and then
What is-
recording
what-
podcasts at night.
What is that? That makes no sense. You're killing me, Smalls. That is so weird. Let's end it on that. Let's end it on my best friend, the nerdy tech guy, is selling guns during a weird era in our American time period.
Pew pew.
2024. Make something great again.
End of transmission.